Good morning, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we were, saving some Hell Knights from certain death. Yeah, it's time to leave. Not really much else to do here. Let's go see what we can do on the main map. We are rapidly approaching the time where we're going to advance on Dresden and do the Lost Chapel, which is painful. Although we should probably do Heaven's Edge first, to be honest. Maybe we'll go wander over there in this video, but first, let's go this way. We can go deal with this demon army down here. We have a pretty okay army, and it's only... What are those? Satyrs? I don't actually know what those are. They look weird. Let's go find out. Can't be that hard. They are... Oh, they're Bermeracks. Okay, I see. Well, that is actually kind of unfortunate because we definitely can't shoot those with fire. Can, however, shoot the other ones with fire. And they're gone. Let's try and take down one group at a time, I suppose. It's not the ideal situation. Just defend. Just defend. Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright, well, shoot these ones. Our melee should be able to handle those. Although these are not gonna move up any further, so yeah, I'll start shooting at those. That's a good range for them. We killed a bunch. Those should die, and they did. And I don't know, we'll smite evil and we could move up and beat the tank. I don't know if they're going to ignore this guy or not, but apparently they're not. We've lost one cleric so far. Why did I do that? Could have just shot at this one instead. Because these guys are going to come in and probably kill those ones, and they certainly did. And we're just going to smack those ones in the face. We lost another cleric. That being said, that doesn't matter too much. Because they're both going to get regenerated at the end of combat from our dear field hospitals, which are vital for the war effort, apparently. There's a leveled up. We're going to grab Cure Wounds. There's a level 7 army here. We cannot win against that yet. Our army's not that good. Our army's okay. We also have some Hell Knights that can join our army, but they can't fit because we don't have enough room for them. But do we have Oh, we do have mercenaries, but they're not the right mercenaries. I want Hell Knight mercenaries. Cleric mercenaries are pretty okay, but they are not Hell Knight mercenaries. Hell Knights are incredible tanks. They sponge so much damage. It is ridiculous. So I'm just going to kind of camp out my army. Here, we'll just leave it here. Good enough. Our main force, or our party I guess I should say, is going to come this way, and we're going to go all the way up to... Oh wait, we can't. Heaven's Edge is after this annoying thing. It's after the bugs. I guess we're doing the bugs. It is time for the bugs. We could go down this way. But I think other than this army, there's nothing down there that we can do yet. Almost certain. So let's take a quick rest here. We might as well. We can also sell some things, and then we will head off towards the bugs. It's such a interesting encounter.
Let us be off.
She's so fast when she's not with the group. The group actually literally slows down our monk a massive amount. Bulk selling, gone. We are possibly going to use the Bastard Sword of Hope. We'll keep it around. Tyranny of Mind we're not going to use. Almost certain Keen Composite, maybe. Oh, we have a Wanderer Remove Disease. Didn't even notice it. Date from oldest. No. Let's go with type in whatever order, it doesn't matter. Let's take a quick look here. We do have some more gear to equip. We'll sell this. Not going to use it. We don't have anyone that uses flails. She already has a Ring of Protection +2. She has this helmet that gives fire resistance, but I believe we'll get extra armor class and saving throws. We lob this headband of Inspired Wisdom on her. which means that somebody else needs that helmet. And it's not going to be Regil because he's not going to be part of this group, unfortunately. I'd love him to be, but he is very much lawful evil. No, you're using a positive channeling thing. You're God Intelligence, that's fine. Lan, do you want a helmet? His horn just sticks through the side of the helmet. That's very funny. At least it's not like Pillars of Eternity, where if you are a God-woken and you have weird head things, you can't wear helmets. His helmet just sticks through the steel, which doesn't really make sense, but here we are. We don't have any pets to put this heavy paws on. She's got 28 armor. Soziel, you could use a ring of protection, right? Yeah, sure, why not? Give him 15 armor class. Oh, right, I give him unbending armor, which is awful. 15 armor class? That's almost as bad as you can get. Horrible. Anyways, let's move on. Let's go rest. It's good enough for selling things and equipping things for now. This is not the right tent under any circumstance, so. Where's my big tent? Oh, there it is. I lost my commander's tent for a moment, which is weird because it's the biggest tent in the entire place. We'll talk to people later, but let's go deal with the bugs. We're gonna have to have a video where we just talk to group members. It's just not gonna be yet. We have restoration, right? I might have to do one more rest here. Check something. Damn it. Of course. I always do this. I'm the worst at spells. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. I am not the worst at spells. We're not re-resting. We're good. Alright, how about you? Do you need any spell? Why can't I click on you? Alright, let's try that again. I clicked too fast and then I wasn't able to click anymore. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's leave then. Never mind. We are perfectly fine. Ignore me. I was being silly. Alright, so we're going to head up toward the inconspicuous camp, and it's going to go very badly for us. Oh, she got rid of her negative level. Cool beans. I wonder if he cast Restoration on her inadvertently. Now is this in fight or is this the bugs?
I won't let you hurt
It's
my
a fight.
friends.
There's Sheer, a Succubus, and a Sheer. This is a terrible formation. One of the worst you could possibly ask for. Sela's going there. Elira's going to help you three shoot that one. Actually, don't. You cast haste. This might actually be a situation where we need haste. We have no buffs. One's dead. And then Soziel's just taking the beating of his life. Although, not really, because it doesn't hit that hard. Interestingly enough. Boop. Healed up enough. We'll take the Masterwork Bardish's... Bardish? Is Bardish already its own plural, technically? You know what? I don't know. Underground hideout. Oh, that's after this thing, too. Okay, cool. Leper's Smile. Do I want to enter this location? Not particularly, but yes, I will. Danger and distress rest heavily upon the scales, their measure soaring on the dangerous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly a group of scouts returns. Anevia, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers. Wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander who awaits her report. We're in trouble, the girl whispers. The road up ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we have to go down and then up the other side, but the canyon is swarming with foul creatures, Vescivores. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble somebody up. Look like a caravan of refugees from Canaveras that lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescivores so far from the center of the world wound. Where did they come from? Anevia bites her lip. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly, the commander makes a sign for her to stop. Find out what else is known about the enemy. Those nasty little critters can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing, Anevia says in a rush. They got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing the scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council to determine a plan of action. The commander and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Somebody has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming, everyone hears the voice of the swarm, though the sky before the army remains clear, for now. How long till it's darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as a live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear a path to the Beskavor Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. The dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing, well meaning another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Irbeth nobly states, I'm an officer best suited for the mission, but in truth she means I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Alyra, send me, Nura, the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, she thinks I need to prove myself. The queen has yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. The commander thinks that she should. Look into the faces of my companions. The Hell Knight Regil steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. I've eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair to give them a chance at revenge. The mongrel land hides his fears in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life such as mine is worthless. And silently he begs for more. Sacrifice me or give me a chance to prove myself. The one who distracts the swarm will need a healer. Zoziel is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Beskavors alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of, there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead her to decide? The fateful truth will be led by... You know, I think I'm going to send Regil. If you send a Nura, your entire army gets wiped out. Don't do that. That is bad. I can't remember what happens if you send Irbeth, honestly. But I think Regil's a good choice. He is a Hell Knight. His soldiers are very tough. Sure, I'll send Regil. The commander and her party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Nevia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. The face of Paralictor Regil is hidden behind his helm, as are the faces of his troops, but Hell Knights can radiate disdain even through plate armor. They march forward boldly, holding torches and vials of acid in place of blades. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road towards the dark edge of the canyon. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in the thousands upon thousands of voices. Beskavors gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabris. A few straggling Beskavors wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest, tiny larvae, in their greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all, but then the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high, vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish-green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall... fight to the bitter end. Arrogance plays a cruel joke on the Paralictor of the Hell Knights as he prepares to fulfill his promise to stand firm even as the swarm tears the flesh from our bones. These are precisely the orders he's given his troops. The swarm falls upon them like a raging storm. Hell Knights are better armored than regular soldiers. Some are even wearing adamantine. Some are vials of acid, which can wound and deter Beskavors for a time. But the beasts are beyond number, so many that they cannot but find openings in the armor and wriggle their way inside. While one insect is burned with acid, 5 others circle and strike. A moment later, Regil's troops are a living graveyard, his knights buried under a layer of wriggling and buzzing beasts. The rasping, mumbling, and buzzing of the swarm paralyze the soldier's will. Poisonous mandibles cut through the armor and bone. The swarm could scour an entire city from the face of Galarium. These modest forces present no obstacle. No matter what strategy the mortals choose, it's impossible to resist the eternal hunger of the abyss. Beskavors are the embodiment. No malevolent mind or terrible monster, but a million of half-sentient creatures who know no goal but destruction. An effective weapon for those prepared to trade fertile soil for wasteland. A chance yet remains for the commander to save her people, at least some portion. What will the leader decide? We got nothing to do. We have to go and deal with this. That's going to be our group. Not really a whole lot of choice. That's too many bugs. I would freak the hell out. Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head, the swarm gathers, as dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vescivores that they block out the sun. Luckily, you escape the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait, for now at least. With a tired gesture, Anevia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. Commander, the beast we've come for is at the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down one of the side holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Did you manage to find anything about where these beasts come from? I'm not sure, but there are clear signs of a ritual closer to the queen bug's lair, and they're fresh. Maybe somebody summoned the queen, especially for us. The demon filth figured out that we're never going to let Canabras go. Too bad we don't have a magical specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. The words magic specialist bring Nenio out of her reverie. Huh? What? I'm a specialist. I'll get to the bottom of this. What happened? Can you tell me anything useful on the matter? About the monster story? I've never fought these before. I don't know much. She's a nasty beast. Spits acid and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess, like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Well, great. Huge, hungry, head-spitting, acid-spitting bugs, and I thought the Crusades were all about the pretty armor and the tasty rations, and sometimes saving beautiful maidens in white dresses from dumb demons. Oh, how interesting. Sounds like a Vescivore queen, an exceedingly rare creature, I must say. I'm looking forward to an encounter to conduct the experiment. The world must know what is more dangerous, mandibles snapping shut on one's hand, or acid eating away at one's skin. Sometimes I wonder how you are still alive. Let's move. Good luck, I'm right behind you covering your back. I'll catch up to you when it's time to deal with the queen. Alright, so we're gonna do
Adventures await.
some serious buffing here.
Rely on me.
It's that time of the
Are we
day.
in trouble yet?
You're a good person. I like you.
I like you, Jamber. You're cool. Mage armor.
You require my
me
unbiased
help.
opinion?
Bliss. That's a lot of spells going off. You need to do a blur. Did I lose blur? Arcane spell failure? Yep. So you do a blur on her,
We will
and
win
you try a blur on
this
yourself.
I will lend you my aid.
What do we got for spells here? We got 2 protection from evils we can do. 1 on you.
A bright future awaits us.
You're blurring
I'm
yourself.
always open to ideas.
You're blurring Lan. Are you
I
not
will
blurring
help
yourself?
where I
Did you kind of
can.
just give up on that
The world
situation?
has suffered enough.
And we need protection from evil. Sela. We're gonna go through this canyon real
You're my
fast
favorite aid.
to try and reach
I'll
the
make my own
Vescivore Queen
legend.
quickly.
No reason to pause.
We're not getting any treasure with this particular group because we're the good guys in this one.
Oh,
The other group might
yes,
let some
what?
people die. That's not what I meant to do. There we go.
My will is
And we have one more
resolute.
protection from evil, and it's going to go on
Search for the
Soziel.
beauty with your heart.
Oh, that was communal. Shit. Oh well. That wasn't what I meant to do. Did it overwrite my other ones? Probably. It certainly did. Damn it. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. It's fine. That's only 1 round per level. It's not worth it right now. Not what I meant to do. Do I have resist energy? I do. And let's make it acid.
Rely on
We'll lose
me.
our protection from evil, but that's just what we're gonna have to deal with.
Are we ready to move out?
You have mage armor on. You have shield on, which puts your armor class at 34. That's
You
pretty
require
good.
my unbiased opinion?
I will lend
And
you
we're just
my
gonna do
aid.
resist. Oops. Resist energies on most of the people in our group. I guess everyone but Nenio.
He's restless. I wonder
new?
why.
And then we have haste we can use shortly. Not gonna bother with improved invisibility at the moment. It's really useful, but I don't think we need it just yet.
The goddess
Any other
protects
spells
us.
that we can cast that would be useful for long-term stuff? Protection from energy is actually really good too. Let's get some of that. We're almost ready to go. And we'll give it till, I don't know, her. She always dies. Okay. Let's go. That's probably going to be good enough. I don't think we're allowed to go up there. Why are you trying to go up there? Alright. Moving on. Oh, there's a Vescivore group.
Or else.
There's swarms, which is very annoying. We have to make will saves a lot because of Gibber. We're going this
Follow
way.
me.
Oh, I took
I
up
will fight.
breastplate. What's fighting us? Oh. Vescivores with the Royal Guards are kind of tough, but luckily we have that. Oh, we got confused. Will saves are a problem. This is why this is an annoying place. Actually, half our group is confused. What is the will save on that? DC 15. Super. Heal our group. There we go. We killed them all.
Into
Stupid.
the fray.
Annoying will save requirements. And we're confused again, aren't we? I just lost control over somebody. Social. And Sela, for that matter.
World has suffered enough.
Let's heal up our main character.
Yes.
Alright, moving on. We can loot the body of the Vescivore Royal Guard and take that loot. And we're moving up some more. This way.
March on.
Yet another obstacle.
I think it's this way. Nope, this is not the right way. Or is it the right way? Come on. Stop missing and
Should have listened to reason.
stuff.
Mind over muscle.
Come on, Swarm, die. There we go. Who are we missing? We're missing nobody in our group now. Okay, good.
Search for the beauty of your heart.
This is definitely the right way up this way. Let's heal a little. Len also needs some healing. We took some damage. Okay, saving. We'll come back and deal with the rest of it later, but we need to move up now. The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, about one stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, or in places even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly notable, but as you draw closer you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Look in. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Somebody small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm under a stone ledge. He's crouched down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. He appears to be one of the caravanners caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud, one continuous tone, and it strengthens as it echoes through the crevice, building into something truly haunting. Can't see very clearly from here, but I'm sure that poor lad won't last long without help. But every moment we delay, our people will suffer terribly. Shaylin saved me from such choices. Nobody can save us from such choices. No matter what we do, somebody will suffer. Always. Call out to the crying man. Answering your voice, the caravaner looks up. A young halfling. The light coming from above reveals a pale, wounded face. Vescivores still wriggle in the poor fellow's eye sockets. A moment later, the halfling drops his head again and continues to cry. He hasn't the strength to do more. We can't abandon him. He's still alive, and if the living must be saved, if only he had a rope, I'd pull him out in no time. Try and help him get out. Not without effort, you manage to clamber down to the bottom of the crevice, tie the halfling with the rope, and pull him up. He doesn't resist, but he's little help either, dangling helplessly like a puppet. The Vescivores inhabiting his eye sockets seem to have eaten their fill, and you easily pull them out and crush them. Their victim sits on the ground and continues to cry, and the sound begins attracting unwanted attention. You hear the hum of disturbed Vescivores above. A mass of them separates from the main swarm and flies towards you.
Their statement.
This is an annoying thing because, like, you can succeed and then die here. It's very stupid.
This condition is irrational.
And then you just got snuck attacked by Lan and died, of course. Lan just critically, or not critically, but snuck attacked our mage and killed her in a single hit. Well, 2 hits, but still. It wasn't good. Stupid. Oh my god, there's a body that just fell from the sky. There's a little lore check here I missed before. Let's get that.
This was simple enough.
Demonic bugs slime poisonous, but not poisonous not only to everything alive, but also to the land itself. Oh, we're here. Blah 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 blah. Persuasion, athletics. We made it again. Good. There's a group behind us, or there's one behind us. I should put Sela on
The
that one.
inheritor, guide my blade.
Everyone else kill that one. Actually, you know what? Just bring all of them up here. That's good.
Surrender or else.
Nobody got confused this time. That's kind of nice. Let's see if we can... Nope. Well, we finished those off, and now we're in another cutscene. The halfling you pulled from the crevice didn't move at all as you fought the onslaught of Vescivores. He's still lying on the ground, or the floor, crying. Heal, the poor lad. I'll heal you and come back for you later. Magic can heal the caravanner's wounds, but not his mind. For now, there's nothing more you can do for him. He scarcely seems aware of your help, and his crying and shrieking continues. A moment later, you hear another scream from overhead. Leaning precariously over the ledge of the crevice, above, one of your men falls to the bottom and dies upon the rocks. Other soldiers, now serving as bait, are up there desperately fighting for their lives and yours.
Search for the beauty with your
We're gonna go in
not
hard and fast against this queen with haste, and we're gonna win.
Guess what?
Maybe.
Let us be off.
Queens are rough. It's probably a good place to haste up. Right
You
here.
require my unbiased opinion?
And in we go.
Be gone,
Phew.
fiend!
Break against our
You crossed the wrong.
Oh no, we've got gibbered, I think. No, we will save it. Oh my god, it's destroying our character. Let's see if we can heal her. Oh no, it's definitely gonna win. It didn't even like, what's its attack bonus? Plus 18 to hit, which is not the worst. Why do we only have 18 or 31 armor? Should have way higher than 31 armor. Anyways, we died, so let's try that again. We'll put some displacement on her real quickly. Maybe that'll help. We paste on? No, not yet. Alright.
Oh, yes,
I'll
what?
make my own legend.
Why do you only have 31 armor? What are you missing? You should have way more than that.
You require my unbiased opinion?
You have mage armor on, right? You have protection from that's fine, that doesn't matter too much.
This is my path.
Barkskin won't do much here. This would use a dexterity thing. That's 33 armor now.
Anything
That's
new?
better, I guess. Let's give her displacement and haste. Alright, let's go quick save again. Alright, so now we're at 34 armor class. I suppose because it's going to get plus 18 to hit means it shouldn't hit us
Their
like
statement.
super commonly. And Soziel, where are you? Oh, you're, of course, mind controlled. Come on, someone kill this thing. Ember, you gotta heal. Let's do this thing. Soziel, you're back. Cool. And we won. There we go. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground. Immediately, as if by magic, the distant sounds of battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent, a sweet, sporific, with a hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before a storm. Ugh, can't breathe, need some fresh air. Get me out of this disgusting hole. But not to see the beauty in the most unexpected places, but this creature is simply disgusting, no matter how you look at it. Lan looks askance at the queen's carcass. The mongrels in the caves under Canabras could eat that, I guess. Anivia approaches the Swarm Queen's body. Her face clearly expresses a desire to kick the dead beast, but she refrains, just a brainless bug. And so many of her people died because of her. Just yesterday I was sitting by the fire with some of the people the swarm devoured. Anivia stops. Her nostrils flare. Her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some lumps of slimy substance, lifts it up to inspect it more closely, smells them and cringes. You smell it too, right? A suspiciously familiar stink. Aha! Anivia rubs a ball of greenish slime in her hand. Bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to you. By the way, did you know that smells are extremely effective in attracting the attention of not only in the insect world? For example, a tavern keeper in Canabras can, for 10 minutes, purposefully and doggedly search for a rotten fish that turns out to be in the pocket of his apron. Let's see if we can find the source of the smell among my equipment. You and Anivia search through your things and quickly find the source of the smell, a thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the Swarm Queen's slime. Well, I'll be damned. When the queen was spraying this sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it, like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravanners smelled like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you to ensure that the Vescivores would find you. Looks like I have enemies in Mendev, and someone has decided to get rid of me. True, no one likes upstarts. If you knew what Erebeth's allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed the head of the Eagle Watch, Anivia spits. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoiac. I think we got a rat in our camp. In Canaveras, we squashed the cultists time and again, but they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces, too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. It's time we get back to our people. I say we destroy the queen's body. Heard that little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as a swarm queen themselves. That's the last thing we need. Fine, Anevia, get rid of the beast's body. This is our good group, so we're not doing the evil thing, obviously. Great, cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. We'll start here, and little by little, we'll clean up the entire world wound. Also, the queen won't let you use the bug in the siege of Dresden, so... And the group is arriving. Regel's alive. Hooray! Anevia, Commander, what a relief you're alive. I saw the swarm beginning to thin and ran to you immediately. She pauses to catch her breath. Regil approaches and salutes briefly, showing no signs of annoyance or irritation. The distraction maneuver was performed as planned. Our losses were significant. My tactics turned out to be less than optimal. Well, I'm glad that's over. What happened up there can't be described in words, but you're the one who carried the day, Elira. Luckily, our losses are not as great as we feared. Not many are even wounded, but if you'd been a moment later, I'm afraid to imagine what would have happened to us. Unfortunately, the insect's acid ruined what was left of the caravan. Of course, I sympathize with those who perished, but we could have used their gear. How did this caravan even come to be here? This is no place for civilians. They lost their lives for nothing, and they didn't even leave anything useful behind. My duty is to lead my people to victory. I would not abandon my duty for the treasures of dead caravanners. What matters is that everything is over and we won. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I found some painted ruins and the traces of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. We're waiting for her to wander around a little bit. Huh, easily done. Nura leans over the magical symbols painted on the stone. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from the magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to Abyss here and summoned someone. It's not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right there. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, and even when it comes to ruins, I examined the Great Garrison after your success, documenting everything I found for Queen Gelfrey, and I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. The work of the same spellcaster. Looks like the spellcaster is afraid of us and dares not fight us openly. Of course he's afraid. Nothing he sets on us will ever be scarier than the swarm. He just played his hand and lost. Well, since we finished off the swarm and we know somebody is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. But we are not done with bugs, unfortunately. We have a whole cave system to do, but we're going to do that in the next video. For now, I'm going to leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. Take care.